Well, hey, welcome back everybody, and look at this beautiful weather. Finally the weather broke. We got some nice days in front of us. Absolutely gorgeous today. As a matter of fact, I'm out here in a t-shirt. It was like I said in that last episode, I had to find a location that was a little bit lower in altitude because still everything higher is covered in snow. But yeah, but I found this one. It's a little bit muddy getting in here, but we did it. Old Bob's got four-wheel drive, so it wasn't too much of a problem. But take a look at this site. Yes, right about now the music should be playing. 6 miners' cabins right here. And then off to the right, we've got probably, this was, I'm guessing, the main office. And up there on the hill, I'm seeing a chimney or a smokestack. And then off to the right over there, look, off in the distance, there's looks to be a mill site. And I'm guessing there's some more stuff further on up, but I don't know. I just got here, and I promise you, I did not drive around and look around before we got this adventure going. As you can see, look down here in the ground. See the road? There ain't no fresh tire tracks there. So you're all gonna experience this for the first time, just like I'm gonna experience it for the first time. So what do you say we get started with these cabins? Okay, let's get started. Okay, well, as you look at these cabins, notice that they've got galvanized tin. Well, that tells me that we're probably working in could be the late 60s, going into the 70s, possibly even early 80s when you see stuff like that. And yeah, look at, they're all shot to heck. Got quite a bit of runoff coming down the roads. Yep, all that snow is gonna have to go somewhere. All right, let's start out with this first one. Oh, I tell you what, you cannot explore anywhere in America without everything being shot to heck. So I'm guessing that this location is pretty well known about. Okay, not much going on in there, just a bunch of old lumber and junk. Let's check out the next one. All right. Oh, look at here, folks. This one's covered in drywall. Yeah, we're in the 70s. Oh, here we go, my flashlight. There we go. Okay. At one time, that was probably the bathroom. And got a bedroom over here. Another bedroom over here. And look at the size of this bedroom. It's about 10, I'm going to say 10 by 8. 10 by 8, that's all you get. But hey, when you're a miner, you're spending most of your time mining. When it's time to sleep, you don't need anything fancy, right? What's going on in there? And another little bedroom back in here. Okay, let's head on over to the next one. If I see something really cool that jumps out at me, I'll be sure to show it to you guys. But if not, we're going to kind of work through these pretty quick. So, with all this rain and snow, now that it's going to warm up, guess what the next thing is we're going to have to deal with? That's right, mosquitoes. And there's going to be a butt ton of them. What do we got in here? I'm going to make sure I'm walking on the beams. I don't want to fall through the floor. All right. And right there's where they would have, oops. Right up there is where they'd have their stove. Okay. Let's head over to the next one. And not only mosquitoes, but ticks. Oh, that's right. Every time I get back to base camp, that's the first thing I look for. All right, what's in here? We got a pack rat made a nice little nest for himself. Little desk off to the right. And more pack rat nest. Okay. All right. Sometimes you can, there's some junk here. Sometimes you can look at the junk laying around and maybe get a date. Not really seeing anything there. Okay. This one had OSB on the floor. All soft and squishy. Ugh. Can imagine the mold in this one. Yuck. Yeah, I think they were working this in the 80s. All right. Yep, I'm moving through these kind of fast. We got a big day in front of us. There's lots to explore. And so I want to check out these cabins, but we'll spend more time on, hopefully we can find a portal or an attic. Oh, wow, take a look at here. Hey, sis, I know you're watching. Look at that nest. What do you suppose lives in there, huh? Okay. Turning around, and that's it. All right, cool cabins, not too many interesting artifacts inside of them. So what do you say the next thing we do is head up there past old Bob and take a look at, I'll bet that was like the office building. Let's head over there. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Yeah, somebody was in here doing some target practice. What are we what are we doing? Mock room sweeps? Sorry. Yeah, look at all the cartridges on the ground. Holy cow. Oh, here was the kitchen. And just a ton of brass laying on the floor. Looks like a whole bunch of 45 auto and what's that over there? Oh, 223. Yep. Yeah, more little targets. Maybe somebody was practicing to be a SWAT team member, huh? Interesting. Yeah, they use this quite a bit for target practice. What's left of the bed frame? Oof, boy, does it stink like mold in here. Yuck. Let's take a look over here. Okay. And that's about it for this building. Kind of looking around to see if I can find something with maybe something with a date. There's an old borax box. Look at there. That looks like 70s. Okay. Whoops. Nope, I'm gonna get a date off of a borax box. All right, well, that's pretty much the end of this one. So where's our next stop gonna be? Let's look around the corner over here. All right, so what I'm seeing, like I was pointing out to you earlier, I see a whole bunch of diggings going on further up the valley. Let's head over here to the mill site and explore some of that and all those pipes laying on the ground there. I'll meet you over there. All right, we were just right over there, okay, by all the workers' cabins, and I looked across the way over here on this hill, and I wanted to real quick take a look at these artifacts. Look at these old pipes here, like junctions. Isn't that interesting? Now they've all been welded, so welds indicate you're definitely in the 60s, 70s, 80s, etc. All right, kind of interesting. But over here, look at this. I found something that was built long before a welding rod. Look at this old trommel. See that? See how it's all riveted? Okay, so for those of you in the audience are asking, what is a trommel? Okay, so you got this giant, let's just call it an axle that would fit down through the whole thing. Okay, see this groove right here? All right, that probably fit on like on a flywheel. Then the flywheel was ran by a motor. Okay, and on the inside of this, there's a whole bunch of holes. So when you're feeding the ore, the loose gravels down in there, this thing is turning and separating your gravel down smaller and smaller, because you want your you want your gravels, if you're like running a placer operation, that's what this is looking like it was. You want your gravels, your material, to be about quarter-inch minus before you start entering it into your gravitation separation system. Okay, and that's why over here, take a look at this. I found an old it wasn't a sluice box or a shaker table, but it was a way. See how it has all these ribs right there? Okay, they would run that material down and it would collect down here before it would go probably even further on down across the shaker tables. I've never seen one built quite like this before. This is really interesting. And why they made it in such a way like this. See, each two goes into one, then back to two again. That's a different way of making a concentrator. I've never seen one built like that. All right, what do we got over here? I'm like a kid in a candy store today. It's sunny, it's warm. Well, after 2.5 weeks of being pretty much stuck at base camp, yeah, some sort of a makeshift flume, I'm guessing. Huh. Well, we got compressor pipe coming out of it, so that tells me that they're using this to boil water to get steam to run their steam-powered drills. That's what's going on here, but Huh. Look how makeshift it is. Well, miners are ingenuitive. Yes, they are. They can take old scraps of tin and junk and turn it into something useful. All right, well, next stop, what do you say we head on up to the chimney and then we'll work our way off to the mill site. I'll meet you up there. All right, we're up here by the chimney, and this is a cool site. We got the cabins down below. That's where we just came from, down there by the old Trommel. Okay, and here's what we got. So at one time, let me try to do my best to explain this to you guys. Okay. So this is going to be the back of the chimney, and they would always put these here with a door on them. Of course, someone has already stolen the door, but you put a door on it to clean it out, to clean out the soot. All right. And then around over here, okay, you had two inlets. Okay, here's that pipe, and let me show you down below. There's a bunch of broken pieces of it here scattered down the hill. You know, I found a place where there's some more of that. So what it did, and I'll show it to you maybe if we get back over there. So you had your pipe coming out here, and it went down into that kiln right there, okay? And then another stretch of pipe over that direction into that kiln, and then even another one down below. So by looking at this, it tells me they're doing a whole lot of roasting, trying to get those sulfides out of that ore. I'm guessing you're not going to go through that much trouble trying to remove sulfides unless you're mining silver. See right there, there's one of the pipes that would have led across and hooked into the chimney and then on up. Okay. All right, let's work this way. We'll get to the top of the mill. And that is what is left of it. Okay. There's a settling pond down there, and off to my right there's more settling ponds, so there's certainly gravity separation in this. And looking down, see that? There's a grizzly. Sort out the big rock from the small rock. All right. Okay, well, by the looks of it, the way that they had this dirt built up right here, at one time there was rail, and they were bringing rail cars out here to the mill site. So why don't we hop in old Bob and head up here to the mine site and see if we can find an adit or a portal. I'll meet you up there. All right, I took the road further up and took it as far as we could go. And somewhere up here, there's supposed to be a shaft and two adits. I got what's left of an old, here's an axle and frame. Okay. Oh, I'll bet this was the shaft. At least one of them. Yeah, that's what's left of it. All collapsed. Okay. Let's work our way around the trees here. What do we have here? yeah. It looks to me, in the early days, when this mine first got going, they had an adit, and they came in here and stoped it out. See this? It's all filled in with boulders now. And then fast forward years later, they decided, no, we're not going to do underground operations. We're just going to blast it and mine it that way. All right, well, let's try to find that other adit. I'll meet you folks around the corner over here. Okay, I've been scratching around here for a while and trying to find these adits. So the first one we got to, that's one of the two. I haven't found the second one yet, but here I finally did find the shaft. Right there. It's all collapsed in, it all fell in on this side here and pinched it off down there. I'm going to take a closer look with my flashlight. And that's about a 10-foot drop. Unfortunately, we're not going to be jumping down into that, because look at that. Yeah. I mean, it possibly goes down there past a couple of those snowdrift looking things, but the rest of it's pinched off. Okay, I'm going to keep scratching around. Hopefully I can find that other adit. Be back shortly. All right, back again. I spent probably about, I don't know, 20 minutes to a half an hour scratching around this whole area. Walked all the way out there to those diggings and everything in between. We found the shaft, and then according to the map, that first adit should have been right there going into the side of that. And earlier we found the other one. That's where we came from. Here, let me point it out to you. See, that's where we were earlier. All right, so that tells me what was going on here, folks, was the first people that came in here and mined this started with adits, and there was probably a portal going into the side of this hill here. And then fast forward to the 70s and 80s, they came in here and started doing like a kind of like an open pit operation. Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on. All right, well, darn, I was really hoping that there would be one up here. So let's hop back into old Bob and keep working our way and looking around in this canyon, see if we can't find something else. Okay, I'll be back up with you folks pretty soon. I hope, anyways. Okay, we're a little bit further on down that valley, and as I was working my way down here, I glanced off to the side of the road and noticed all of this bull quartz laying on the ground here. Big pile of it. Looks to be what's left of a waste rock pile here. And look at the size of these trees that are growing out of this waste rock pile. So that tells you this one's been around for a long, long time, wherever it came from. But yeah, look at all this good looking bull quartz. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's gold in it. It sure is pretty though. Let's go up here and see where all of this came from. Oh, wow, look at quite the pile here. Aha, yes, I'm seeing something. There we go. There's one. And that looks like something's been digging in it too. Look at that. Someone's been clawing at it. We might have a critter down in there, folks. But that is a little small. I think I'm going to have to break out the shovel and pickaxe to get into this one. Wonder where that goes. Okay. Well, yep. I can just barely fit in that if I clean a little bit out right through here. We can get down in there and see what's going on, and maybe even see which critter made his home in that. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the shovel. Hang in there. Okay. Well, given the fact that there's 40-foot tall trees growing in the waste rock pile, that has me wondering just what's in here. I mean, it's definitely an old adit. Okay, let's clear some of that out. Yep. Sometimes the best things are the ones worth working for. I should say the best finds are the ones worth working for. Okay, folks, I'm going to keep digging away on this a little bit more, and I'll be right back. Stay with me. All right, folks, I dug it out a little bit more. Should be able to shimmy down in there. Let's explore this old mine. Yeah, let's see what kind of a critter might have made this his home, huh? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, oh, that's a squeeze. Okay, I think I can get up on my knees. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm trying to turn around here. Okay, there we go. Can I stand up in this one? Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. We did it. Now, before we go any further, what do you say we shine our light down in there? See if we got any blazing eyes staring back at us. I like a good adventure, but we don't want to get that silly. Okay. Wow. Look at the layers in here. Look at this. Very cool. That is gorgeous. Let me turn the big light off for a moment. We'll see what that looks like with the smaller light. Interesting. Okay, let's keep on going, folks. That is some really pretty looking layering. And see right here, I pointed out to you, right here, follow the laser, it's only about 10 inches tall. That's where all that bull quartz was coming from. Okay. It's a good hard rock mine. Getting my head on the back of the mine here. Oh, looky here. Looky here, look at the crystals growing out of here. They're so delicate. Little tiny. I'll try to get the camera on it. Maybe we can. They're so small. want that light, we want this big one. There we go. Okay, let's keep on working. Oh my gosh, we got even more. Look at the, let me point them out to you. Look at this, so soft and delicate. Okay, let's keep on going here. There's a whole pile of them. Very cool. I have never seen, I'm guessing that's some sort of a calcite crystal. Look at, I know I'm trying to do 5 different things here at once, so let me get the camera on it. They're like coming off of this rock in tiny little glass shards. It looks very similar to what fiberglass insulation looks like. I wonder if that could be asbestos. I'm not sure, because it seems to be coming out of calcite. All right, let's keep going. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this one was worth digging into. I really wish you all could be here with me to see this. That this whole area here is all fluffy, like little cotton balls. Okay, let's keep going. People haven't been down in here in a long time. These are the kind of mines that get me excited. Can you tell? Oh, we got a winds or a drift. A little wind's going down here. Okay. Oh, we're standing on a false floor too. Let's look down in there. No, it just goes down right there and pinches off down in that big pack rat nest. Okay. Oh, I gotta stand up and straighten my back out. This is very cool. Get past this whole floor here. All right, we got it. Wow, this is just a massive pile of pack rat droppings. I'm climbing over right now. There we go. Okay. Look at the layering here. Is that not beautiful? Definitely hydrothermal, that's for sure. All right. It almost looks like if you were to carve into like layers of a hot springs. Oh shoot. This is as far as it goes, folks. Just a short little edit, but a really cool one nevertheless. All right, let's turn around. And I'll tell you what, this one's so cool. I'm gonna leave the camera on as we work our way back out. Oh, and look above us here. All right, just notice this too. Right here, see the pickaxe marks? Right there. All chipped away by hand with a pickaxe. I suppose we're in the early 1900s. Figure those trees outside on the waste rock pile are 40, 45 feet tall. So that's 45 years minus today, probably plus a little bit more. We're in a early 1900s here. Okay, let's get back over the pack rat poop. All right, and one more time. Looking down into the winds. Okay, getting back across this false floor here. Those fuzzy crystals all along there. How cool is that? Oh, the back's killing me, folks, because this thing's only about 5 feet tall. Wow. I'm gonna stand here for a moment. Get a good shot of that layering. That's picture worthy right there. Let's turn the big camera off. Big light, I mean. There we go. I like it. That's very cool. Definitely worth a little bit of digging it took to get in here. Okay. Well, you know what time it is. Yeah. Time to wiggle my butt back up through that hole. All right, I'll meet you folks back outside. See you out there. All right, we're back, everybody. Okay, well, well, that was fun. Yeah, I'm wore out now after crawling around, going up and down these hills all day, looking at that mill site. And now here at the end of the day, crawling in and out of this hole. That's it. I'm done. It's time for a sandwich, drink of water, and get on off this mountain. Before we go, as always, hey, I really want to thank all of my new subscribers for coming onto the channel and coming along with me for these explorers. I really do appreciate it. Tell all your friends if they're into this sort of thing. Share these videos if you would, please. That would be great. And oh, and before we go, drop a line down in the comments section. Tell me what you think that fuzzy stuff was growing out of calcite. I have never in all my years seen anything quite like that. I've seen natural occurring asbestos, but that's not what this is. This is something completely different. So yeah, tell me what you think it is. Okay, well, I'm gonna get on out of here. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait for next week's episode, because I found another mill site and we're gonna head back to that location and scratch around there. Oh, and there's a really big open pit that they were working on near that site that we're gonna look at next week. And so I'm really excited to see that. Sometimes looking at the geology in those open pits can be really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get on out of here. Thanks for coming along, folks. I really do appreciate it. Take care now. Bye-bye.